Chris Skidmore is putting more pressure on Rishi Sunak by announcing his immediate resignation and triggering a by-election in his Kingswood constituency. Chris Skidmore has been a Conservative minister, and he's resigned the Conservative whip over Rishi Sunak's plans to issue new oil and gas licences, calling it a tragedy that the UK has abandoned its green leadership, its climate change leadership. His constituency at the moment is an 11,000 constituency, so the likelihood is it will be yet another by-election failure for Rishi Sunak. So that's Bones' election, that's Skidmore's election now. They're clocking up. There's going to be a plethora of elections, by-elections in the coming months as more and more Conservatives realise the game is up. Chris Skidmore had been one of the leading voices on green issues. He was the energy minister who signed into law Theresa May's net zero pledge by 2050. And he also led the government's net zero review, which was published in September 2022. He's been critical of Rishi Sunak's leadership, and he's talked about going in a very dark direction. It's ironic that this is the day when Rishi Sunak has sort of ramped up praise for the Environment Ministry, and saying, well, you can look to this ministry for support in the wake of all the floods which are gathering from Wales through to the Midlands. I suppose we should only be breathing a sigh of relief that suddenly her name escapes me, is no longer the Environment Minister. What on earth is her name? The person who allowed ordure into the channel, sort of pumped out. I'm not talking about migrants. Anyway, her name, I'm afraid her name has escaped me. But I suppose we should be grateful that she's no longer a minister. But I think it's a shame. I think it's a shame that somebody who seems to have been quite a positive voice, a moderate voice in the Conservative government, who had already said that he wasn't planning to run as an MP in the next election, has decided to dump it all. His constituency was not going to be abolished in the coming boundary changes, and so there were question marks about what he was going to be doing after the next general election, but certainly nobody expected him, I think, to leap so fast and so suddenly and cause what I'm sure is going to be yet another bit of catastrophic headline for Mr. Sunak.